I'm Don Wadowitz, and this is a look inside the Warhawks with Warhawks head women's basketball coach Keri Carollo, brought to you by Rocky Rococo's on Main Street in Whitewater, Kyle Danielson American Family Insurance in Fort Atkinson, and Cook Logistics in Delavan, where every shipment is important and every mile matters. Coach Carollo, you had to beat another WIAC team and you had to meet them for the third time in UW-La Crosse to be able to keep dancing into the Sweet 16. And what a game it was. 50-49 came down to the buzzer against La Crosse. Just one of those great WIAC battles, but it meant a little bit more this time around, didn't it?
I think anytime that you get a chance to play your conference opponents again in the NCAA tournament, it's always going to mean a little bit more. Just kudos to our conference. I mean, to have 5 teams in the NCAA tournament, La Crosse obviously won the first round. I think everyone in the conference won the first round except for maybe Stevens Point, and Oshkosh is still dancing, and so is UW Stouts. Says a lot about our conference and how competitive it is. It's just unfortunate that we have to play each other to get where we want to get. That's the way it goes. We're going to get a chance to do that again here on Friday.
In the La Crosse win, Kacie, another career milestone, getting 13 points, 13 rebounds. They talked about in the article, wearing her number 13 and 29 double doubles for the program record. A phenomenal career she's had. And I know that's especially special to you, being that she's your daughter.
It's amazing. And, for her to be able to accomplish that goal on her home floor, I think it even meant more to her, and to do it with her teammates. So, yeah, another fantastic record that she has broken. I just can't even keep track of them all. It's kind of crazy. I'm just super proud as her coach and as her mom for her to be able to have the career that she's had. Yeah, I'm just super proud.
This team, how much is it the experience that they have of having played deep into the tournament to be able to get to this point?
Yeah, it helps a lot, actually. I mean, I think just having a lot of close games this year. I mean, we had multiple overtime games in the conference. And I think when you have games like that where it comes down to maybe 1 or 2 possessions and you know how to handle that pressure and know how to be able to focus and execute and not kind of get overwhelmed by the moment. We talk about that a lot. Don't let the moment be bigger than you. I think it helps tremendously. I mean, our seniors have been to 4 Sweet 16s, so it's helpful for them to not only be able to play those games, but then we've also had to place them on the roads. Having that road experience, I think, is going to be extremely helpful as well.
Well, thanks for setting me up with Stout earlier and the road now. So that is what is coming up next. You're playing your conference foe again, UW Stout, for a fourth time. They actually have the lead on you this year. They've won 2 of those 3 games thus far. You have to travel to Scranton, Pennsylvania to play them. Your school's separated by less than 250 miles, and here Whitewater is about 830, and that makes Stout over 1,000 miles away from Scranton. But that's what the tournament's about, right? So talk about Friday and this game against Stout.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous game. I know both teams are, going to fight extremely hard. I'm really curious to see what the officiating is going to be like and how much they're going to let go, because as we all know in our conference, it's extremely physical and lots of contact, lots of hands-on. We'll have to see which team kind of manages that better. And, obviously the travel and managing that and being able to play in another facility. We're both flying out, so there's no advantage there. At this point in the year, and I'm sure Coach Hannah would say too, is that we both just are so excited to be continuing our seasons. And if it ends up that we have to play each other, that's what it is. And it's just another game in the NCAA tournament that at this point, all the teams are extremely good. So it doesn't matter if it's a conference opponent or if it's someone from out east or out west. All these teams are extremely talented and very well coached. It's going to come down to the wire.
That's something I guess I'd never really thought about, but maybe also with playing games on the road in your non-conference seasons, the officiating that you see and what you see in different areas. Do you kind of keep notes on that as you go through the season?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so different out east. I mean, when we went out to play Trinity at Smith College 2 years ago, it was a completely different game. We were not accustomed to the level of how many just ticky-tack, like hand contact fouls that they were calling. And I don't know if you recall, but our point guard at the time was Issa, and she was just a tremendous on-the-ball defender, and they wouldn't let her touch anyone. So she ended up fouling out. So it's going to have to be something that we pick up on early and that we adjust to early and hopefully use it to our advantage.
All right, Coach, while you're still dancing, Sweet 16 matchup in Scranton on Friday against a very familiar foe in the Stout Blue Devils. That is a 4:30 tip on Friday. Good luck, and we will chat next week.
That sounds great. Thank you.
This was A Look Inside the Warhawks, brought to you by Rocky Rococo's on Main Street in Whitewater, Kyle Danielson American Family Insurance in Fort Atkinson, and Cook Logistics in Delavan, where every shipment is important and every mile matters.